Well, hi everybody, I'm Jay Michaels, WEBE 108 Morning Man, and you know what we got going on here? It's a Tuesday test drive. Our featured dealer of the week is BMW of Bridgeport, and in just a moment, we're going to be test driving the brand new 2015 BMW 328i xDrive. That's intelligent all-wheel drive. It's an exciting car with a lot of features that we can't wait to tell you all about. In a moment, we're going to go outside with Glenn from BMW of Bridgeport, take a look at some of the exterior features. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to hop inside and go for the test drive. Stick around. Well, here we are at BMW of Bridgeport. We're outside of the dealership. Our featured dealer of the week, BMW of Bridgeport, and of course the 328i, the 2015 version. I've got Glenn from the dealership. We're going to take a little tour around the outside of the car. So Glenn, take it away and tell us what we can look forward to here.
Will do, Jay. Thank you so much again for coming. We always appreciate you being here. So I'm going to start with a couple of the features on the outside of the car, and then we're going to work our way in and take a little test drive. One of the features I happen to love with this is something called Comfort Access. And with this particular car, which is black, and with the weather we're having now, as hot as it is, a nice feature is where I can hold down the unlock button and not release it as I approach the car, and it's going to start to roll down the windows and roll back the sunroof. So all this hot air will begin flowing out as I'm approaching. I don't have to step in and really step into a really uncomfortable condition. Now, another facet of this is something called the Comfort Access, is the hands-free access to the doors. So I can just walk up, again, as long as I have the key on my pocket, in my pocket, I can walk up and just put my hand in the handle and open the door. It will unlock it automatically. I can also put my hand on the lock sensor and reverse that and close the windows in the sunroof. So that's a nice little feature. If you get out and notice you forgot to close the sunroof or one of the windows, you have to get back in and start the car. Okay? One other feature of Comfort Access as we come around the back is the ability to open up the trunk without using my key or my hands. I can just come in and slide my foot one time. Trunk opens up automatically, which is great if I've got my hands full with groceries or packages or anything else. So those are just a couple of really simple outside features that make this such an enjoyable vehicle. So we're going to jump in, get on the highway, take a little ride, talk about some of the driving dynamics and some other features, and focus a little bit on the 3 Series and the offerings within the 3 Series. So let's rock and roll. Here we go.
Well, we are in transit. It's our Tuesday test drive. Our featured dealer, BMW of Bridgeport. Glenn is behind the wheel of the 328i xDrive.
Indeed.
Already I can tell we got a smooth ride going here. It's a sedan, and how does it feel?
Well, I have it in the sports setting right now, and the driving dynamics we'll talk about in a little bit,
sure,
Jay.
But a smooth ride.
Absolutely. The BMW is the ultimate driving machine. It's not just a slogan. They actually deliver on the promise. So it's an amazing experience. 328 starts at under 40. So, you know, when you get into these leasing programs,
sure,
depending on the miles and the amount of money you put down, you can get into these vehicles for, you know, $300, $350 a month, $400 a month. And you've got absolutely no maintenance cost.
Yeah.
Because with BMW, all the maintenance is included for the duration of your lease.
Be a good idea for people to contact BMW of Bridgeport or visit the website, because it's a great website. It's got everything. Well, let's talk a little bit about the 328i, and again, all of it, much of it will hold true for the rest of the vehicles you mentioned in the 3 Series. And we mentioned that 2-word phrase, driving dynamics, which is so exciting because it gives, again, the driver a lot of versatility and a lot of options in terms of the kind of ride they want. So let's talk about that again.
Well, Jay, you just nailed it, and that is the point. It's the versatility of the driving experience. Now, in the old inline 6 in the 3 Series, which I had and loved, I basically had one option. Right? I can only drive the car the way it was configured.
Sure. But
in the new cars and this 4-cylinder engine, which is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the 4-cylinder engine now has more horsepower and more torque than the old inline 6-cylinder engine. Wow. And it's gone to electric steering, so it's a little bit of a smoother steer, a little easier versus the hydraulic. But the driving dynamics give me the option to control some of the characteristics of the car as I'm driving. So right now we're in the comfort setting, and you can feel it's a little bit of a softer ride. It's really smooth. I mean, the car is just absolutely handling the road in a very smooth fashion. But if I want a little more power, for any number of reasons, and a little more responsiveness, like I got folks merging here, I go right to Sport, and you just feel everything sort of torque up and respond. There is one other option. It's called Eco Pro. And the Eco Pro setting really sort of ramps down all of the output and the power in the vehicle. And it just makes it a little bit of a smoother ride, but it's also the most efficient setting.
All right, so let's move into something that everybody is interested in. onboard communication system. That implies a lot of different things that can be done. I mean, there is just such incredible variety here. So let's touch upon some of the features.
Almost everything that I can do here by hand, I can do by voice very, very safely as I'm driving. It's a really simple principle to learn the voice commands. If you see it on the screen right here, that's a voice command. So I can just see it, I can say it, and work through the menu. I've got the voice activation right here on the steering wheel. I'm not taking my hands off the wheel, nor am I taking my eyes off the road. I'm just going to press the voice command button, and here we go. Navigation.
Navigation.
Enter address.
Please say the house number in single digits, followed by the street, the city, and the state.
43 North Avenue, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
43 North Avenue,
Beautiful.
Bridgeport. Start guidance or add as another destination.
Start guidance.
Route guidance started.
Okay, so I've got my guidance underway. I'm driving, I want to change my radio station, and you know where I'm going, Jay.
I know where you're going.
Radio.
Radio.
FM.
FM.
107.9.
You're listening to 107.9 FM.
There we go. So in the BMW, there's full voice integration with the iPhone right here on this little button. So instead of pressing and releasing and going to BMW voice commands, I'm going to press and hold it for 3 seconds, and it's as if I held the Siri activation button on my iPhone. So everything's going to come through the Bluetooth at that point. So watch. I'm going to press and hold. Siri, please send a text message.
Who would you like to text?
Robin Howard.
Okay, what do you want to say to Robin Howard?
I'm out with Jay and Gabby again with WEBE 108. I love you. Cannot wait to see you tonight.
Ready to send it?
Yes.
I'll send your message.
The 328 right here has 240 horsepower, 250 torque. So there's just a ton of power under the bonnet of these cars. There's no compromise in performance at all with these 4-cylinder engines. They're just absolutely phenomenal.
And another feature, the I feature, the fact that you got all-wheel drive, intelligent all-wheel drive here, and we might want to just again quickly review what that means.
Yeah, thanks, Jay, for bringing it up, because again, this is another huge factor that contributes to the safe experience in the BMW.
Sure.
And the xDrive in BMW is really unlike any other. And you just mentioned it. It's called infinitely variable. So the intelligent system, the car is always monitoring road conditions all the time, and it's adjusting the traction at any given the front rear axle constantly. So I mean, hypothetically, if I had my 2 wheels in the back that went into a slippery condition, within milliseconds it would detect that and throw all the traction to the front until I got out of that situation and regained the stability I need on the back, and it'd throw it right back and redistribute it.
So the wheels that are having trouble, it's the compensation is the wheels that have the most traction and ability to control the car at that point.
Exactly. That fact, coupled with the crash zones, the airbags in BMW, anybody that spent any time online doing their research as to the safety components and the aspects of the BMW know that they're in a phenomenally safe automobile.
Well, there's our Tuesday test drive, our feature dealer, BMW of Bridgeport, and we have been test driving the 2015 BMW 328i xDrive, and it's been a great ride and fascinating to hear all of the features of this car. Glenn, thank you very much, and we'll have people certainly visit your showroom, and if not, visit the website.
Jay, thank you again. We're always thrilled to have you all come and see us. We appreciate it.